Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danny Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello. Had a moment there, didn't it? Hi, Karen. You're first in the room tonight. How are you going? Thank you all for joining us again. I know we've had loads of different shows and different times, but you guys are being awesome and keeping up with them. But it's good fun to be able to do different times, because those of us that do shifts and different countries can watch, and sometimes I don't have to sit up all night like a lot of you guys do. So thank you for sticking with us. Early yesterday afternoon, I did start a Snapchat for Country Kickback. It is not fully up and running yet, and I have had a lot of messages wanting to know, is it us? It is us. So what we're looking at doing, it's not running yet. I haven't worked it all out as a business Snapchat, so bear with me. It is, the thinking behind it is we're looking at doing some sort of behind the scenes stuff, and maybe as the buy me a coffee takes off, we might be able to, as people buy a coffee, we might be able to put them into the Snapchat group to do some behind the scenes things, because Rayleigh and I are going to record a song, so we're raising some money for that, and we've got a few other things that we want to do over the next few months with Country Kickback and Songwriter Tris and different artists and different things around the country. So that's what it's for. And at this stage, if you want to be part of it, we're thinking if you can go into the Buy Me a Coffee and I'll be able to send you the link, but it's not quite up and running yet. I have to figure out the business side of it. I don't fully understand, but I will by next week, I promise. Hi, Kaz. How are you feeling? Did you get sick in Tamworth as well? I hope you're okay, because so many people have been sick. Now, we've got Tori. She is going to be talking to us today. We've been so excited for this one. I know lots of you have asked for her, so it's really good. And she's traveling to her gig, so we're going to talk to her while she's on the road. We might welcome her into the room. Hello.
Hi, guys.
Thank you so much for taking the time, because it has you. You're so busy at the moment, which is awesome too.
I am. I'm very busy, and I'm actually currently leaving the house right now on the way to play a gig with the Wolf Brothers tonight. So I just figured out I actually can't get out of my car park, but we'll make it work.
You poor thing. So on the way to the gig, you're in Sydney, and can people get tickets? Where are you going? If people are nearby, can they still come and watch you?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're playing at St Mary's Band Club tonight with the Wolf Brothers, and so tickets I believe are still available on the door, and you will be able to still purchase them online. So if there's anyone in Sydney that's looking for something to do on their Friday night, the boys have their tour, their tour happening. So they started something tour, and tonight's going to be another great night.
Fantastic. I mean, it's great that they're finally getting to do it on the road, and even better that they've got you opening for them. How exciting.
I'm absolutely over the moon. They are a lot of fun to tour with, and yeah, it's going to be a great night.
It's going to be awesome. I hope you're going to put some photos up later or some lives or something so we can watch.
Absolutely. I'll have to do that for sure.
Now, you've recently released your first single in quite a long time, Sit in a Bar, and it's doing really well because I've heard it on a number of radio stations all around. So it's going really, really well for you. Tell us about releasing this song when it's been so long since your last single, and why you've chosen this song to release now.
Well, Sit in a Bar is a song that I wrote a couple of years back in Nashville, actually, before the lockdowns happened and while we were still able to travel. And this song it kind of ended up being my COVID song, to be honest. And this song was just about going through a breakup and not wanting to write yourself off, not wanting to drown your sorrows, but just wanting to sit in a bar and feel the same way that other people are feeling. And I feel like this song really resonated with a lot of people post-COVID, because we were stuck inside for such a long time that whether this song was about a relationship or about that generally just getting out of the house, it really resonated with a lot of people. So I felt like this was the right one to come back onto the country music scene with, and I'm really, really glad that this was the first single.
It is a great first single, and it's lots of fun, and the film clip is fun to watch as well. Did you film that clip just before you released it, or did you manage to get that in before COVID as well?
So with Sit in a Bar, I actually started recording it at, I think it was around, it would have been this time last year. So May last year, I got into the studio, started recording Sit in a Bar, and it took a good 10 or so months for it to actually come to life and happen. So I'm over the moon that if we finally got there. And the film clip for this one, we filmed after COVID because the song got put on hold. So we actually filmed this one in, I think it was December. Yeah, it must have been December last year. And then we finally got the chance to release it in February.
Yeah. How exciting. 10 months to sit on this. It would have been awful.
It was definitely hard, but it's one of those things really where it's a new world that we're living in, and we don't know what to expect or what life is like anymore.
Exactly. But you know what? We're back out there. We are doing it. And there's been some great music come out of COVID. There has been
Absolutely. There's been some incredible music come out of COVID, and I'm very fortunate to have been able to have written a lot of new tracks during that time as well, and be able to just work on my craft and work on myself as an artist and as a songwriter.
Now, you've had a bit of a break from music or from releasing music. What have you been doing in the last few years prior to COVID? Were you still writing? Was you planning on, have you got albums that you've already written in that time? What did you do for those few years?
So those few years I was absolutely just working on myself as an artist and as a person.
Yeah.
And working on just figuring out myself in a lot of different ways. And I started to write new music, and I started,
That's all right.
We just almost got taken out. Goodness me, I'm so sorry.
That would have been so strange if it happened, and what do you do when you're on the other side of the camera?
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Sorry, everybody, we're having a car park catastrophe right now. This is what the touring life is like.
Yeah. This is what it's like
so
on the road.
What it's like on the road. So for us, COVID for me, I actually had become a flight attendant prior to COVID. So I was still working on music, but I took a break from music and really stepped back, and I guess I didn't know what I was doing with my music. I didn't know what kind of an artist I wanted to be anymore, or where I was at in my life. So I took a break to reassess, and I wrote some of the best songs I've ever written in that time, and really found myself not only as a person but as an artist again. So bringing Sit in a Bar back to the industry as a first single was something that was really exciting for me, because this song I felt really portrayed who I was as a person and also as an artist.
Yes. Isn't that great that you could actually do it? And, you know, you wrote some of your best music, I reckon, because you've taken that pressure away. You're doing it because you want to do it and not because you have to get more music out there. I think that takes that stress.
Oh, absolutely. And that was the one thing that I loved the most about this process of relaunching some music, was that I had no time schedule. I had no, oh my God, we had a single out 2 months ago. I've got to get another one ready. I've got to get another one out, which is what I'm currently experiencing at the moment. I've had Sit in a Bar out, and gearing up for the next single to come out, which is super exciting. But yeah, there was no pressure. There was no preconceived ideas of what I should and shouldn't be doing, or there was no timeline of anything. So for me this time around, it was when I'm ready and when everything is lined up and when everything is ready to go, it will happen and it will be amazing.
Absolutely, 100%. Are you still working as an air hostess? Because you've had two jobs that are the worst jobs to have had around COVID, music and planes.
I'm not. I actually ended up resigning from Qantas. I loved my job and it was a really great experience, but music is where my heart is and where my heart will forever be. And I think myself and a lot of artists can speak freely when we say that we've all tried different things, and music is what we always come back to. We go, oh, we're going to take a break for a little while. I need to reassess. And you do. And then you go, oh, nope, I need my music back. That's my livelihood. And that's just where my heart is. And I'm so happy to be back and to be speaking to people like your lovely self, and just enjoying music again, Danni.
Enjoying the ride and meeting people. It is an amazing industry, but you know that's where you belong now. Kaz has said that she's new song coming. She's very excited. And Ronnie has popped in and said hi as well. So
hello.
You've got a new song ready to go. Have you got a date for that yet, or are you not sure at this stage?
We do, but we'll be making an announcement in the next couple of weeks. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll absolutely be getting in touch, and we can have a chat about that one. This one I'm really excited about.
Yes.
So this one, I can give you a little bit of an idea of what the next single is. It's a song I wrote in Nashville with a girlfriend, and we were basically just talking about boys, as you do. And she said, I looked out my balcony this morning and was like, oh, that's a really nice truck. She's like, man, I wish someone would pick me up in that. And so we wrote a song called Pick Me Up. So I was so lucky to write this one and record this one with Tash. And I actually have already done the video clip. We've done the shoot, everything. So everything's all organized, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear it.
Yes, that sounds exciting. I can't wait either. Have you just arrived? Do you need to run, or are you still moving?
No, we're currently getting petrol. So this is again another on the road journey with Tori Darke.
An important part of getting to the next gig. So I know that everybody's already talked to you so much about it, but The Voice, that was such a big moment for you, singing, and no, you didn't get through, but you did get to sing with Keith, and I think that was a fairly big dream come true. Did that inspire you more and give you more confidence with releasing of new music and pushing your career forward again?
Absolutely. When I did The Voice, I was still in that limbo of who am I as an artist, and what do I want to talk about, and what do I want people to hear, and who do I want to produce with, and who do I want to write with, and playing Stupid Boy on The Voice and national television. Everybody saw it. Yeah, it was surreal, and to this day it's still surreal. And with The Voice on at the moment, I still get a lot of people contact me almost every day about it, and it's incredible. It's a moment I will never forget, but it definitely gave me that little bit of a boost and a bit of a kick up the bum to go, Tori, what are you doing? Music is where your heart is. You need to put the foot down and just get going with it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have, and I think that's something that people that that are new in the scene, you've had quite a reasonable music career already. You've got 2 albums and an EP. You've been around for a while. You've been nominated for a Golden Guitar. What inspired you before musically? What was your reasoning for getting into music?
Music for me has always been my own voice of reason, I think. And especially country music, I love the stories that are told, and I love the stories that you can write. And as a kid, I always sang, and my favorite artists were Shania Twain and other artists as well. And people like Leanne Rimes were who I grew up listening to, and they were it's all happening tonight. I am so sorry, Danni.
Don't worry. This is what it's like. I've been on the road many times, and this is exactly what it's like.
Perfect example. So my favorite artists as a kid were Leanne Rimes and Shania Twain, and when I was 15 or so, I discovered Gretchen Wilson and started singing a song called Here for the Party in the talent quest and going to Tamworth, and I thought, maybe this country thing is my jam. And I looked back, and I had already been singing country music for years, but being a 10 or 12-year-old, those artists were played on mainstream radio when I was a child. So I didn't know any different. And then I looked back at all of my favorite artists and people I'd been listening to, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a country singer. And that's sort of where it started for me. And it ignited a passion in me in music, and the further I divulged into country music, I got into songwriting, and I went to Camerata, and I went to the Country Music College, and I just got deeper and deeper and deeper. And yeah, I'm so thankful for that, because it gave me the career that I have right now.
Yeah, and you're getting so many gigs, so many spots, and people really do know who you are. You say Tori now, and they're like, yes, they know. It's just fantastic too. But I was going to tell you, because you had that 6-year gap. Can you still get your 2 albums? Are they still available for people?
Yes, they're still available, and they also are on streaming services as well. So they are on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as I think Amazon, and there's so many different streaming services these days that I struggle to keep up myself. But otherwise, they are still available on my website as well, and I can send a personally signed copy.
Oh, that's fantastic. So if you haven't already heard them, because some of you might not, I reckon some of you have, but some of you might not have heard them. So head over there and get them, because they are great. And it gives you an example of where you've started and where you're heading. And it's your journey. It's well worth listening in the order of the releases, I think.
Thank you so much, Danni. It means a lot.
It's lovely to hear. Now, you've got another single coming. Are you planning on releasing an album at some point?
Yeah, I'll be back in the studio in the next couple of months recording some new music. I've got a lot of songs that need to be heard, and songs that I'm really proud of. So I'm not sure yet whether it will be a 3rd single first, or if we're looking at an EP or possibly an album. But there will definitely be a lot more music from myself.
Yes. Oh, Kaz has popped in. She said, buy the CDs, guys and girls, because they are viewed. And I had a feeling Kaz would have heard them all. I had a pretty good feeling. Yes, that is exciting. So touring, you've got some more shows coming up. Where are you headed?
So next week I'll actually be on Sydney side again with Catherine Britt for part of her Bush Pubs tour out at the Beer Shed, who are great, absolutely great venue. And if anyone hasn't been to the Beer Shed yet, they have a country music act a couple of times a month, usually a Friday and a Saturday, or sometimes a Thursday. They put on a really great show. They make a good brew too. And then I've got another show towards the end of the month with the Wolf Brothers as well. I've got some more shows that I'll be announcing very shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for those. And it's going to be a big and busy year.
That's exciting. You are on the roll now. You're out. You've got music coming, and you're out on the road. It's not going to stop us anymore. We're there.
It's wonderful. It's great to be out of the house and playing tunes for people again.
Have you been playing some of your new songs that you've written during this period? Have you been playing them at your shows?
Yeah, I've been road testing them a little bit, seeing what the crowd think, and so far I'm getting the thumbs up. So I'm just going to keep writing some more and testing some new ones out while we can.
Thank you so much. Now, before we go, I know you're in a bit of a rush, but social media, where can we find you? Are you Facebook, Instagram? Are you TikToking? Where's the best place to watch for you?
All of the above. I am a rookie at TikTok, so I'm getting there. So that's my newest platform, but I'm enjoying TikTok. It's a lot of fun. But otherwise, Instagram and Facebook. You can also jump on my website and shoot me a message, and I can always get back to you guys too. So whatever service or whatever platform that you guys like to catch up with me on, please send me a message, and I'd love to have a chat.
Exactly. And order the CD while you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Thanks, Danni.
Thank you so much for your time tonight. I hope we can have you back in a few weeks when you release your other song, your next song. I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to have you back. But have a great show tonight. And if you can tonight, if anyone can get down there, make sure you do, because what time is it starting?
I think we're going on about 8:30 tonight or so. So St. Mary's Band Club tonight.
So head over there if you can, because if I was there, I'd definitely be doing that. Have a great night, and thank you so much for your time.
Yes, you're welcome. Thanks so much, Danni.
We'll pop a date in for your next single. Thank you,
Sounds
everybody.
Amazing.
It's been a huge week of shows. We've had so many. We've got loads coming to you next week. Some great new releases, some great new artists. So keep watching. We have all that, and keep an eye out, because we will be doing the Buy Me a Coffee and the Snapchats, and we've got a few different things happening. So keep your eye on the pages. Thank you again. Have a great gig.
Thanks so much, Danni. I'll talk to you again soon.
See you guys later. Bye.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.